morning, everyone. Thank you so much for watching KTGC Morning News. I'm Eric Min in for Kelsey Merrier. Meteorologist Sarah Gannon is also in for Ted Schmidt and has the first alert weather for today. Sarah, what are you tracking?
Well, today looking pretty nice. A beautiful summer day on tap for us here for our Monday to kick things off. But watching a couple things kind of change here heading into the upcoming week. So let's talk about what we're tracking. What's ahead for this week as we wake up bright and early on this Monday morning. The big talking point here for the upcoming week is going to be a little bit of a temperature change. Some slightly cooler, more seasonal temperatures on the way for this week. So we're talking highs in the 70s, 80s for today, but 70s here as we transition into Tuesday and beyond through the work week. But tomorrow, keeping an eye on things, a little more moisture back in the forecast, tracking the chance for some on and off stray showers possible here for your Tuesday. Keep the umbrella handy tomorrow, but I don't think you're going to be needing it consistently throughout the day. But if you're periodically in and out, you might need that. Today, though, a different story. We're looking at some sunshine all throughout the day, some cloud cover on the way, periodic throughout our Monday here, but high temperatures today will be into those lower 80s. So overall, not too bad of a way to kick off the start of the work week, Eric.
Thank you so much, Sarah. We'll check back in soon. And
we are keeping an eye on some quiet weather here for our Monday. However, we may need to break out that umbrella heading into our Tuesday, tracking the chance for some stray to isolated rain showers on and off throughout Tuesday. Not a washout at all, but that umbrella might get a little bit of a workout if you're in and out throughout the day. We'll talk more about those first alert forecast details in just a couple minutes.
thank you so much, Sarah. It is 4:44 a.m. and we'll be right back with details on the Minnesota Twins road trip tomorrow. Plus, state proceedings begin today for the man who shot and killed Melissa Hortman and her husband.
Here's your first alert weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
Good Monday morning, everybody. I noticed on my drive into work this morning, there was a couple spots of some patchy fog, especially those lower lying river valley areas. So keep an eye on that possibility here as you head into work this morning. Visibility down to about 7 miles in Rochester, about 5 miles in Mason City. So just monitor that potential for a little bit of some patchy fog here heading out the door. But as we take a look at your first alert weather headlines here for today, your Monday shaping up very nice. A warm, little bit of a humid day. Dew point should be staying towards those lower to mid 60s. Throughout the rest of this week, though, noticing dew points trending a little bit lower, back towards some 50s by tomorrow throughout much of the week, and slightly cooler with our temperatures. So looking ahead to a pretty decent week for the region. Big focus, though, is going to be on tomorrow. I want to give you the first alert to some upcoming rain chances on the way. You will probably need to put that umbrella to use tomorrow. Not throughout the entire day, so that's the great news there. But a little bit of moisture back in the forecast tomorrow with some straight to isolated showers. Let's kind of track out your Tuesday forecast here. Better chance, I'd say, for those morning hours, probably during that morning commute from about 5 to about 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Some isolated showers possible in the area. Things kind of dying down through the midday, but maybe a few more spotty showers still possible heading into that evening commute then, kind of that evening time for Tuesday. So again, not a washout tomorrow, but some spots may stay entirely dry. Others getting a quick little drink of water. And here's a look at those dew points that I was talking about. Today will be warm with highs into those lower 80s, dew points towards those mid 60s. But as we move throughout the rest of this week, we're tracking 70s through about Thursday and some dew points back into the 50s. So things looking pretty comfortable as we move towards the midweek, maybe seeing things kind of bumping back up again temperature wise by the end of the week. Like I said today, pretty beautiful, plenty of sunshine. Make sure you have those sunglasses handy. We'll see highs tomorrow into those lower, highs today, excuse me, into those lower 80s. Let's talk about that 7-day forecast. Things looking pretty nice here to kick off the work week. And again, keeping an eye on those rain showers for Tuesday, but otherwise a predominantly dry stretch of weather, maybe by Sunday here as we look ahead to next weekend, an opportunity for a few more showers and thunderstorms there, but not too much sun, but not too much rain on the horizon here.
Yeah, today's like a great day to enjoy the sunshine before it gets a little wet tomorrow.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Good morning, everyone. We hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for starting off on Monday with us. I'm Jess Abrahamson.
And I'm Eric Min in for Kelsey Merrier this morning. Meteorologist Sarah Gannon is also in for meteorologist Ted Schmidt with a forecast of today's first alert weather.
We are looking ahead to a pretty beautiful Monday. A little humid is still out there, but we are tracking kind of the next big thing, and that is when you need to put those umbrellas to use. We are keeping an eye on some upcoming rain chances. Pretty limited here over the next week, but monitoring more imminently your Monday, or your Tuesday, excuse me. We're looking ahead to Tuesday as we track the chance for some stray, maybe some isolated showers. Better chance, I think, in the morning hours, and then a bit more intermittent as we look ahead to the afternoon. We may keep an eye on late Saturday into early Sunday as well, but today, no concerns for rainfall out there. Some sunshine, a little bit of cloud cover periodically throughout the day, but plenty of sun. High temperatures here today will be right about average into those upper 70s, mainly some low 80s for us in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa, shaping up to be a beautiful start to the work week. But I will say in the next few days, we'll be looking at temperatures back towards the 70s and a little less humidity. So just a little bit cooler heading into the next few days.
Okay, a little change there, but I think that Kelsey and Ted picked a great day to be off today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
And we are gearing up for a pretty beautiful Monday. A bit more humidity on the way for today as we track those dew points into the 60s. High temperatures tomorrow, or excuse me, this afternoon will be into those lower 80s and plenty of sunshine. Great day. However, keeping an eye on when you might need that next, when you might need to put that umbrella to use once again. We'll talk about those first alert forecast details in just a couple minutes.
Here's your first alert weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
We are looking forward to some beautiful conditions here for our Monday, another summer-like day. However, let's talk about the next big thing. You will need that umbrella again heading into your Tuesday. We will track some stray to isolated showers for the area. Better opportunity coming for the morning hours. So that would be a peak timing, I would say anywhere from around 5 a.m. through about 9 a.m. right during that morning commute. So you may have to use those windshield wipers. Again, looking very isolated for the area. There's a chance we could see some off and on shower activity throughout the day, persisting maybe into the evening hour. So maybe even to that evening commute, we could be looking at another push of a little moisture. So not a washout tomorrow, but keep the umbrella handy. You may encounter a few wet spots there for that morning and maybe even that evening commute. Also, a little bit of a temperature change on the way. Today, we're looking very mild here for our Monday. High temperatures just a couple degrees above average into those lower 80s, but heading into tomorrow and into Wednesday, we'll be watching temperatures dropping back to more of those mid 70s, so lower, cooler than average. We do rebound nicely as we move closer to the weekend, seeing temperatures trend back towards those lower 80s, slightly above average. But also a noticeable difference as we look at that muggy meter. Today, still a little bit sticky with dew points sitting into those lower to mid 60s, but heading into tomorrow and especially Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday, looking at some pretty comfortable dew points for the area. So getting excited about just a little bit of a break from the humidity. Even the 60s have been pretty nice compared to the 70s and 80s for dew points we had last week. So today, no major concerns for the forecast area. We are looking at some pretty seasonal temperatures there into those lower 80s. Some nice sunshine as well. Maybe a few clouds passing in and out throughout the day. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast here as we track that upcoming rain chance for your Tuesday. And like I said, temperatures taking a little bit of a dive back towards those mid 70s, so slightly cooler than normal. Rain, of course, will play a good role in that tomorrow, but looking forward to a beautiful stretch of weather for the rest of the week, Wednesday and beyond. We may have to watch out for another possible rain chance by the weekend, but I don't think it'll be impacting any significantly impacting any plans, but we're still several days out. So some details still to be defined with that forecast there.
Before we have the raincoat and the umbrella for tomorrow, we got to enjoy the sunshine today.
Exactly, yes.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Here's a look at your dog walking forecast. We have Journey and Ember from Harmony this morning. A great day. 4 paws up, right? Yeah, there's 2 of them. 4 paws up for today's forecast. A great day to get out and enjoy some nice conditions. Take a nice long walk today. I approve that here.
Yeah, a beautiful dog walk for sure in Harmony.
They look so happy, so cozy.
Yeah, what a pair.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is 5:25 on this Monday morning. The Rochester City Council takes up a trail expansion at its meeting tonight. Good morning, everyone. On a Monday, we hope you had a good weekend. Thanks for starting off a new week with us. I'm Jess Abrahamson.
I'm Eric Min in for Kelsey Merrier. And meteorologist Sarah Gannon is here live in the studio to share us more about the beautiful sunny day ahead of us.
Yeah, today looking pretty nice. A little bit more humidity still with us, but you know, the 60s have been a lot more comfortable than the 70s and 80s that we had not too long ago. So looking ahead for this upcoming week, here's a look at what we're tracking. We're looking at after today, some more seasonal temperatures cooling back slightly into the 70s, slightly lower humidity for the next few days as well, but keeping an eye, more importantly, on some shower chances for your Tuesday. So that's going to be our next talking point. Our next big thing that we're keeping an eye on for the week ahead is going to be those upcoming rain chances. Your day planner here for your Monday looking very nice. We'll see high temperatures here today climbing into those lower 80s. Plenty of sunshine on the way as well. And you may notice here with some of those winds, especially as we head towards the afternoon time frame, seeing winds kind of picking up just a little bit more. So we'll see winds back towards the teens, so or anywhere from around 5 to 15 miles per hour here through today. So overall, a pretty great start to the work week. Good opportunity to get a few steps in outside on your lunch break, or plan ahead for some dinner outdoors or on the grill later on tonight.
A nice, beautiful day. Thank you so much, Sarah. We'll check back in soon with the details. And important.
We are gearing up for some nice conditions here for our Monday. Eventually, we will need the umbrella. We'll put that to use here, but not till tomorrow. Today, though, looking at a pretty nice day. You will want the sunglasses and look forward to the sunscreen as well. You'll need that too. Don't forget that KDC weather app. You can track things on the go and stay up to date as we look ahead to needing to put that umbrella to use for your Tuesday forecast. So we'll talk about what's in store for tomorrow and the week ahead in your First Alert weather. We are keeping an eye on what's in store for the rest of today. Looking forward to more warmth, more sunshine, a little bit more humidity is here still today, but gearing up for a little more comfortable conditions throughout the rest of this week. We're also keeping an eye on our next rain chance on the way for Tuesday. Those latest First Alert details are coming up next.
Your First Alert weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
We are shaping up for a beautiful Monday on the way for us here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. But let's talk about the next big thing, and that is going to be Tuesday. We are tracking some rain chances on the way. Not a washout by any means, but you may need to put that umbrella to use. Break out the rain gear once again. Looking at some on and off showers throughout the day. Expecting to see probably our best time for rainfall in the area during the morning hours, and that will be anywhere from about 5 a.m. through about 9 a.m. So kind of right during that morning commute. So if you happen to walk or bike, keep the rain gear handy for tomorrow. You may need those windshield wipers throughout that morning commute as well. We are expecting to see kind of a bit of a lull during the midday, but maybe another chance for a few more showers heading into those evening hours for your Tuesday. Aside from Tuesday's straight isolated rain chance, the rest of the week looking relatively dry for us here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Maybe late Saturday into early Sunday, straight chance there. Still some more details to fine tune with that weekend rain chance, but the rest of the week looking pretty dry and comfortable. Talking about comfortability, things looking pretty nice heading into the midweek. We'll see a bit of a dip in those temperatures for tomorrow due to that rain chance, but looking at Wednesday into Thursday, looking at high temperatures there staying into the 70s. Dew points also taking a bit of a dip there too, so getting rather comfortable with conditions there for the midweek, and looking forward here to the rest of today, looking forward to those dry conditions. So some sunshine here as we head out the door, start waking up. Temperatures will be mainly into the 60s, gradually climbing into those lower 70s by about 9 a.m. The afternoon hours looking very nice. Temperatures will be slightly warmer than normal, sitting into those lower 80s. And again, that beautiful sun that's on the way. Let's talk about that 7-day forecast here. Things looking really nice across the board here. Partly cloudy skies expected by Wednesday, and of course monitoring Tuesday's rain chance. More sunshine as we move towards Thursday and into Friday. And by the weekend, temperatures looking to rebound back into those lower 80s.
Overall, Sarah, this is an incredible week.
Yeah, a great opportunity to get outside. Not too hot, not too chilly. Really a great stretch of weather on the way. A little moisture. Intermittent there, but plenty of sun too.
I don't think you'll get too many complaints.
Hopefully not.
Thank you. In the news this morning, new details are emerging in a deadly shooting over the weekend.
Oh, hey there, guys. You know, I would say I wish I had my sweatshirt out here this morning. Just a little bit of a chill on the weather patio this morning. So if you're anybody like me that gets a little bit of a chill, maybe runs a little bit cooler, you'll probably want a bit of a light layer as you head out the door today. Temperatures right now are sitting into those lower 60s. So overall looking pretty comfortable. But again, you might need that light layer before you head out the door. Like I said, sitting at 60 here in Rochester, 59 currently in Mason City, 56 right now in Albert Lea. So as we talk about what's in store here for the rest of this morning, planning out that morning commute as you head out the door, we are expecting to see temperatures into the 60s here the next couple of hours. By about 9-10 o'clock, we'll see temperatures into those lower 70s. And ultimately, by this afternoon, looking at high temperatures climbing into those lower 80s. So really a beautiful day today. Humidity is still staying there just a bit, so with those dew points into the 60s. However, gearing up for some rain chances by Tuesday. You will want to have the umbrella handy. Not a washout, but some on and off showers are possible throughout the day, especially during that morning commute. So we'll break down more of those forecast details on what's in store for the week ahead. A little bit of a surprise that those temperatures are turning a bit cooler. Guys?
Okay, yeah, a little bit of a chill out there at this hour. Thank you, Sarah.
We are gearing up for some really nice conditions. I will say, though, a tad cool out there to kick off your morning. But if you're loving the cold weather, no need to be worried. But as we head out the door this morning, you might want a light layer. But otherwise, gearing up for some really nice summer conditions by this afternoon. Highs will be into those lower 80s. Plenty of sun, little humidity still lingering around. But the good news is we don't need that umbrella until tomorrow. I have more on those first alert details coming up next. We'll take a look at our dog walking forecast. Journey and Ember from Harmony. I think they'd give today's forecast four paws up on a beautiful sunny Monday that we are expecting. High temperatures will be slightly warmer than average into those lower 80s. A touch of humidity still remaining. Overall, looking ahead to
That with Sarah Gannon. She's in for Ted. Oh, nice and bright.
Hey there, Jess. A beautiful, beautiful afternoon. A great one to spend a little extra time outside if you're able to. The birds are chirping, the sun's out. It's a great way to start off the work week. We are looking at some pretty quiet conditions here. Plenty of sunshine, really not much happening for us here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa as we check in with your satellite and radar. That'll be different, though, heading into tomorrow as we track our next weather maker set to move through. So for now, we'll enjoy the sunshine to kick off the start of the work week. Temperatures, though, have quickly warmed into those upper 70s here at the lunch hour. We are expecting to see some low 80s by this afternoon, and wind speeds have started to pick up a little bit more, so we'll see a nice afternoon breeze. Those winds should stay anywhere from around 5 to 15 miles per hour, maybe some gusts upwards of about 20 miles per hour on the higher side. So regardless, a great day here, and as we continue into the rest of our afternoon and ultimately into the evening, a beautiful opportunity to enjoy the great conditions. A good evening to maybe plan ahead for some grilling here for tonight for dinner, or just to get out on the patio, get a nice little walk in before bedtime. Some great conditions here for the next several hours. Things, though, changing, as I mentioned, into our Tuesday. We are going to be keeping an eye on the chance for some straight isolated showers for mainly the morning hours, but we could see a few spotty showers lingering there towards later into the afternoon. So monitoring things closely heading into tomorrow, but the umbrella will be put back to work once again tomorrow. So we'll break down more of those forecast details and how much rainfall our area could be looking at coming up in just a bit.
Really nice out there. Thank you, Sarah.
We are gearing up for some great conditions here. Already a great start to the day, a great start to the week. That just continues here into the second half of the day. So tracking those high temperatures today into those lower 80s, close to the riverside, maybe up towards those mid 80s here. We are though keeping an eye on rain chances for tomorrow. We'll have those latest updates and details in your first alert forecast coming up. We'll take a look at those farm market stocks.
Here's your first alert weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
As we enjoy a beautiful day, we're also monitoring some potential changes for tomorrow.
That's right. We are talking about the next big thing, and that is going to be some upcoming rain chances. So today, absolutely gorgeous if you're looking to get out and about here still in the next few hours, or even looking ahead to your evening. But the next big thing is going to be some upcoming rain chances. We are watching some showers possible here for tomorrow, more so in the morning hours, but I think there's another push that we could be looking at, another wave of showers later on into the day. So maybe some on and off shower activity here for your Tuesday, but aside from Tuesday's rain chances, a relatively dry forecast. We will keep an eye on the weekend too, late Saturday into Sunday, a chance there at some stray showers and maybe a few rumbles of thunder possible there. So predominantly a dry forecast, but any little bit of rain we can get throughout the summer months, we always take advantage of that. Let's take a look at our surface map here. You can see high pressure in control of the region at this point in time, keeping us nice, dry and sunny. We are though watching that frontal boundary to our north. This will gradually become this frontal boundary will gradually sink south and bring in that rain chance here for tomorrow. So let's kind of track things out with future track. We'll start things off here this afternoon, and as we look throughout the rest of your afternoon, looking very dry, quiet. And again, we see those high temperatures this afternoon into those lower 80s. Evening hours looking fairly quiet as well. Maybe a few clouds gradually increasing, especially after midnight. By tomorrow morning, we'll be looking at things here towards about 3 a.m., starting to see a few of those showers making their way through the area, getting closer to the I-35 region. So more of this activity will gradually start to fizzle, though, as it crosses the interstate and moves further east. So looking more stray to isolated in manner for tomorrow morning. But if you especially walk or bike for that morning commute, make sure you have that rain gear handy. And if you're driving, you'll probably use those windshield wipers for tomorrow morning's commute. We'll gradually see more of those off and on showers throughout the morning there as we continue through about 8 a.m. Maybe a couple hour window where we're looking at dry conditions across the board. That will mainly be as we enter into the lunch hour. Then we look at kind of a secondary round of some shower activity that will move through during the afternoon time frame, heading into that evening commute as well. So still looking at some wet conditions for the drive back home. So still keep that rain gear handy throughout much of tomorrow, and things looking much drier as we move towards Wednesday. Rainfall amounts, though, looking more on the minor side. I think areas especially along and north of I-90, maybe a tenth or two on the high side. Totals, though, increasing as we head further south. Most areas could be looking up to a 1/4 of an inch towards Decorah, Mason City, maybe getting closer to about 4 or 5/10 of an inch, so closer to 1/2 an inch. But heaviest of that rainfall, though, should stay well to our south. And with that cold front that's going to be passing through, it'll drop down our dew points, especially as we head towards Wednesday, kind of moving out of that sticky category, seeing dew points back towards the 50s by Wednesday and into Thursday. So a little bit more comfortable as we move closer to the end of the week. 7-day forecast for the Rochester area. Temperatures also taking a bit of a minor dip back towards those mid to upper 70s through the rest of this week. And we will gradually return to those lower 80s by Friday, extending into the weekend.
What a pleasant week overall.
Overall, yes.
Thanks, Sarah. We have a great day out there. Sarah is enjoying some sun on the weather patio.
Hey there, Jess. Very beautiful out here on the weather patio. The birds are chirping. They're very active here this afternoon, and we are gearing up for some great conditions the rest of today before we see a bit of a change moving forward into Tuesday. So let's take a look at our current conditions, where we are looking at temperatures sitting mainly into those upper 70s. We'll start to see some temps creeping into those lower 80s and staying in those low 80s for this afternoon. And in terms of winds, it's picked up a little bit out here on the weather patio. As you can see, the plants kind of dancing behind me, but we are looking at those wind speeds anywhere from around 5 to 15 miles per hour, maybe some gusts upwards of about 20-25 on the high side. So not too much wind, but a nice light breeze for the afternoon. And sky conditions, as you can tell, very quiet. Really not much happening at this point in time as we enjoy the beautiful sunshine. We'll gradually see more clouds gradually increasing throughout the later into this evening, but especially into tomorrow as we watch things kind of change a little bit. But if you are looking to get out and about here this evening, a beautiful evening to do so, whether you're just sitting out on the patio doing a little grilling or maybe just wanting to get a walk in after dinner. A perfect evening to do so. The temperature's staying pretty comfortable, but things changing heading into our Tuesday, where we'll track some showers possible, especially for the morning hours, but another route may be possible later into the day there for that evening commute. So on and off showers throughout our Tuesday. Keep the rain gear handy, and I'll break down those forecast details on everything that's in store for tomorrow.
Looks like a nice little breeze out there, Sarah. Thank you.
First Alert Weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
We've been enjoying some really beautiful conditions outside and throughout southern Minnesota, northern Iowa here for our Monday, coming off of a beautiful weekend. What better way to continue the start or transition into the start of the work week than with more great weather? However, things changing. We have our next big thing to track out for you. Looking ahead to Tuesday, we are keeping an eye on some stray to isolated showers for the area, looking to be rather intermittent throughout the day, but it means you do have to have that rain gear handy throughout the day, as it will come in handy, especially during those commute times. So big focus will be on tomorrow. From there, we look at a relatively dry trend through the end of the work week, but we are monitoring the weekend, late Saturday into Sunday. Maybe a chance there for a few straight showers and thunderstorms to rumble through. At this point in time, skies are quiet here in southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. High pressure is in control down to our southeast, but our focus is going to be to the north. We have this frontal boundary there bringing some rain showers through portions of northern Minnesota up towards Ontario, that direction there in Canada. But this frontal boundary will gradually sink south as we look ahead to tomorrow, so increasing that cloud cover for us overnight, bringing in those rain showers just in time for that morning commute. So let's put things into motion here with Future Track. If you're looking ahead to the rest of today, things are pretty quiet for the afternoon and into the evening hours. As we get closer to the late night and into those early Tuesday morning hours, clouds increasing ahead of this frontal boundary. But we'll be watching kind of that first wave of some shower activity. It looks pretty ominous initially, but as it gets closer to the I-35 corridor and past that, we'll see things kind of fizzling out a little bit more, becoming a bit more sparse in manner. So seeing some stray activity through that morning commute. That persists as we enter into kind of the mid-morning section there from about 8 a.m. through about 10 a.m. I do think there's a small window closer to the lunch hour that we may be able to catch in an hour or two of some dry conditions before we look at wave number 2 of showers to move throughout the afternoon time frame, and then again persisting into the next commute. So by your Tuesday evening commute, we could be looking at some more isolated activity, but regardless, some on and off showers possible throughout Tuesday. Not a complete washout, certainly some dry periods in some spots may stay entirely dry throughout the day, but as we move towards late nights and into early Wednesday, looking at much drier conditions for the rest of the week. But for us here for Tuesday, many of us could be looking at maybe a couple tenths of an inch of rainfall, especially through southern Minnesota here. If you're into North Iowa, down towards Decorah, Mason City, maybe a little bit closer towards that quarter of an inch, upwards of a half inch on the higher side. But notice how totals can gradually increase as we head further south towards the Waterloo area. But as a whole, for the local KTDC viewing area, I'd say maybe a tenth, upwards of 4/10 on the high side there for those rainfall totals. On the back side of that frontal boundary, a little bit of some cooler, more comfortable air. We'll trade out those sticky dew points through Tuesday. We'll see by Wednesday into Thursday then, looking at some more comfortable conditions for the region. So let's talk about that 7-day forecast. Looking forward to some dry conditions Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday. You'll notice those temperatures slightly cooler than average, sitting into those mid to upper 70s. And of course, big focus will be on our rain chances for tomorrow. So keep the umbrella and the rain gear handy. You probably won't need it all day long, but better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Always good to be prepared. Thank you, Sarah.